The armed forces of Ukraine liberated Kherson from Russian occupation on November 11th. Since then, the city has been shelled almost daily by the Russian army. On December 24th alone, 16 citizens were killed as a result of such an attack. On the same day, Kherson residents lined up to donate blood to the wounded.
Kherson blood donation centers, queues of people to become donors and save the victims of terror in the city. People are ready to stand in line all day in order to save lives. Kyrylo Tymoshenko, deputy head of the office of the President of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Constant shelling destroys critical infrastructure. To survive the winter as comfortably as possible, residents of the region receive humanitarian aid: food, firewood, blankets, hygiene products, building materials, electric heaters. However, the security situation in Kherson and other occupied settlements in the region remains difficult. Representatives of the local and central authorities urge residents to evacuate.
Enemy shelling in liberated Kherson does not stop and is becoming more and more frequent and large-scale. The security situation has been very tense in recent days. The local authorities once again advised the residents of Kherson not to risk their lives and the lives of their relatives and to evacuate to safer regions of Ukraine. From the message of the Ministry for Reintegration of the Temporarily Occupied Territories of Ukraine on Telegram.
Local authorities and volunteers take out everyone who wants to live for free. People are provided with accommodation, humanitarian aid and social payments. Internally displaced persons can count on monthly assistance from the state: 3,000 Ukrainian hryvnias for children and people with disabilities and 2,000 Ukrainian hryvnias for everyone else. Next year, the payment of assistance will continue automatically.
No need to go and confirm your location. The status of an internally displaced person is not limited in time, and especially the fact that now there is no electricity, no connection. You cannot go and stand in winter and prove something to someone. You will receive the same as you were receiving.
Internally displaced persons, as well as other categories of the population, in addition to support from the Ukrainian state, also receive financial assistance from international organizations: the UN, UNICEF, the mission of the International Committee of the Red Cross in Ukraine, the Norwegian Council for Refugees.
Since the onset of the war, 4.3 million Ukrainians have already received financial assistance from various UN agencies and other humanitarian organizations. The total amount of cash payments exceeded $1 billion. Over the past 2 months, international humanitarian organizations have significantly expanded cash transfers programs to help residents of the liberated territories who survived the occupation. More than 100,000 citizens in the deoccupied territories of the Donetsk, Zaporizhia, Luhansk, Kharkiv and Kherson regions have obtained such financial assistance from the official website of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine.
Since October, the Russian army has been systematically attacking Ukraine's energy infrastructure. People are temporarily left without electricity and sometimes heat and water supply. In all regions of Ukraine, there are emergency and planned blackouts. Therefore, a network of the points of invincibility has been deployed throughout the country.
Over 62,000 visitors used the points of invincibility in the country in just a week. In the liberated Kherson, 2 additional points of invincibility were also opened. In total, 23 points operate in this region today.
All points should have generators, internet and mobile communications, electricity, heating, water supply, places to rest and first aid kits. Everyone can keep warm, drink tea or charge a phone here.
In these extremely difficult conditions, the points of invincibility really become a lifesaver for hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians. The government has determined the same standards for their work throughout Ukraine. People will have access to the same set of services. These are heat, communication, access to water and electricity.
Currently, there are more than 5,000 points of invincibility in Ukraine, but soon there will be more. The government plans to triple the number of points. Reported by Serhiy Kulyas, Valeria Nekapelova, UATV News.